Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball previews and predictions for a Saturday, June 26th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join, and you want to follow the top pickers each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, we still have the same leader. Mags Dom is at 798. Nicky Bats back in second place at 745. And there's Muss at 729. And those are your top three pickers right now. Let's check, see if there's a hot picker right now. And nothing, it's tough in baseball to get hot in baseball, I'll tell you that. And not a great day for myself yesterday, 5 and 10. But we'll see if we can turn that around here today at bullpenpicks.com. All right, let's go to that doubleheader. First game in Detroit today. Hopefully the weather's going to be good. You got Casey Mize up against Framber Valdez, who was supposed to go yesterday for the Stros. First pitch today is 1:10 at Handicapper Park. And the forecast, going to lean with the Astros here, who are still on an 11-game win streak, 4.5 to 3.4. The over-under at 8.01. Cleveland taking on the Minnesota Twins. The Twins a 163 favorite. The over-under at 9.5. Sam Henschke is going today for the Tribe. He'll be up against Kenta Maeda of the Minnesota Twins. They're only 3-8 in his starts this season. 7-4 to the over. Looking at the computer pick. Gonna go with the Twinkies here. 6.1 to 5.16. The over-under at 11.29. And looking at the Kogos at 45%. So meaning a 55% chance on the percentage play of this one going under the total. And looking at both these teams here, nothing to really report on streaks. And the chance of winning does favor Minnesota at 62%. And they're coming off a one-run win yesterday, 8-7. Seattle taking on the Chicago White Sox. We said this would be a good one yesterday. In fact, it turned out to be a blowout for Seattle. In fact, they blew them out 9-3. And it was Yusei Kikuchi starting for the Mariners up against Carlos Rodon. And looking at today's starters, you got Logan Gilbert going to go for the Mariners. He'll be up against the burly right-hander, Lance Lynn. Hey, old Lance Romance right there for the White Sox. And let's see here. No streaks to report. Looking at the line on this game, minus 185 is the line here on the White Sox. And looking at the computer pick, is going to go with another upset here over the Southsiders. 5.3 to 2.06. The over-under at 7.45. And should be an interesting matchup today at Guaranteed Rate Field. And we'll see if Seattle can put two wins together at against the White Sox. All right, let's go through the Bucks against the Cardinals. Now, St. Louis really reeling here. They're a hard team to read this year. You know, they're very streaky. They go on win streaks, go on lose streaks. Let's see if Adam Wainwright could stir the ship right and stop the bleeding. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now, where the Bucks coming off that 5-4 win last night over the Cards at Busch Stadium. And looking at the computer forecast, look at that, another blowout from the computer based on 16 previous picks in the database. 10.7 to 4.8, the over-under at 15.5. 76% chance of winning today for Adam Wainwright and JT Brubaker going for the Bucks. They're 4-9 in his starts, but look at this, 10-3 in Brubaker starts to the under. Baltimore taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Nice win last night. Bounce back win after that blowout on the first game of the series on Thursday. And 6-5 win last night over the Blue Jays. Hyun-Jin Ryu going to go here for Toronto. He'll be up against Keegan Akin of the Baltimore Orioles. And look at that, another blowout win here by the computer. 10.1 for Toronto, 3.08 for Baltimore. The over-under at 13.21. Looking at the Kogo in this game, 64%. Again, Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. My line in this game, I had the Blue Jays at minus 152. I had Baltimore at plus 218, and that's where you have for value here. Same thing for Baltimore, so that's exactly where I had the number. But you can see the Blue Jays are a bit overvalued here today against Baltimore. First pitch at Salem Stadium is at 3:07. Kansas City taking on the Texas Rangers. KC losing last night 9-4 against the Rangers. And you got Kyle Zimmer going up against Kyle Gibson today for Texas. But we see a Texas win here. A Kansas City win 3 to 1.84. The over-under at 4.84. Kansas City now on a 3-game losing streak. And looking at Texas's record on the season, 28-48 on the year, 42% on the Kogo. And my line on this game, I had Texas at plus 167, so overvalued at minus 150. The scrappy Miami Marlins coming off a 11-2 win last night over the Nationals. In fact, looking at the starting pitcher for Miami was Pablo Lopez. I said yesterday, this is a pitcher between him and Vladimir Gutierrez of Cincinnati. Those were two. Sometimes, you follow these the games very closely. There's some pitchers that fly under the radar. I think Pablo Lopez is one of those pitchers right now. But today, Washington going to go Patrick Corbin against Zach Thompson of the Marlins. And we do like the Marlins again here, 4.8 to 4.14. The over-under at 8.98. The last 3 games for the Nationals have gone over the total, and they are now 36-37 on the season. Philadelphia taking on the New York Mets. The Mets, let me see here, last game was 2-1. I believe that was a doubleheader yesterday, so I don't know if this was the first or second game. But today the line is minus 230. The over-under at 6.5. ATS forecast, computer pick. Going to go with the Metropolitans here, 5.5 to 5.3, the over-under at 10.92. Your Kogo is at 62%. You got Jacob deGrom going up against Zach Eflin, and we'll see if anytime deGrom is pitching, you never want to bet a total, right? You just you don't know, because if the Mets score 6 runs, all you got to depend on Philly to score 1 to take it over the total of 6.5. But the chance of winning does favor Philly today at 59%, but it's a huge price tag here, minus 230 for the Mets. And the over-under is at 6.5. Again, the computer does like the New York Mets here at 5.5, 5.38. The over-under at 10.92. Colorado taking on the Brew Crew. Milwaukee winning yesterday 5-4 in extra innings. Adrian Hauser going to go today against Antonio Sensatella of the Colorado Rockies. And the computer picks he's a low-scoring game, 3.2 to 1.8. The over-under at 5.06. And again, Colorado, Jekyll and Hyde type team. They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. And their overall record this year, 31-45. Where Milwaukee still fighting for that division, 43-33. And we'll see if there's a 4th game in their radar here, as they're on a 3-game win streak. So should be an interesting game today at Miller Park. All right, Atlanta taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Luis Castillo going to go for Cincinnati, and you know what? He's not having a good year for the Reds. In fact, when he starts for Cincinnati, they are 3-12 on the year. Ian Anderson's going to go here for Atlanta. He's about 500 on the year for the Braves. They're 8-7 in his starts. The last 2 games between these 2 teams have gone under the total. And looking at the computer forecast, going to go with the chop shop here, 4.7 to 4.6. The over-under at 9.36. 42% chance of winning on the Raymond Report Law of Average theory, and 59 for Atlanta. Halos taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Big win last night for Tampa Bay. Shane McClanahan going to go today against Alex Cobb. And looking at the computer forecast, he's a Halos victory here. 4.3 to 2.8. The over-under at 7.21. 148 is the price tag here today on the Rays. And Tampa Bay now on a 3-game win streak after that long 7-game losing streak, 7 or 8 last week. But they're finally back on track. And the Halos on a 4-game losing streak. Should be an interesting one today at Tropicana Field. First pitch, 4:10. Here's the second doubleheader, and again, the Astros, 3.7 to 2.6, the over-under at 6.38. Cubbies taking on the LA Dodgers now. The Cubs losing last night after that no-hitter on, was it Thursday night? That was a 6-2 victory last night for LA, and you got Julio Urias going to go here today against Alex Mills. Hopefully Urias doesn't give up 4 runs in the first inning like in his last starts. But the Dodgers are 11-4 in his starts this year, but 12-3 to the over. Don't like seeing that, right? Unless every time he starts, they're scoring a lot of run support for him. But anytime I see that, I got to go check out the history and see if it's a blowout wins or if he. But they're 11-4 in his starts, so either he's getting good run support or he's just lucky on getting overs. For the Cubbies, the last 5 games I've gone under the total, and looking at the chances of winning, 54% chance of winning for LA. 39 for Chicago, and let me see here. What's the Kogo? Kogo's at 77%, meaning a 23% chance of this game going under the total today at Dodger Stadium. Yankees taking on the Boston Red Sox now. The Bo Sox winning last night 5-3 at Fenway, and today's first pitch is at 7:15. And based on 19 previous games in the database, we're going to lean back with the Boston Red Sox. 10.2 to 6.9, the over-under at 17.23. So there's a good chance this one here could go over the total today. You got Nathan Eovaldi going up against Jordan Montgomery, who's been a good pitcher for the Yankees this year. In fact, when Montgomery goes for New York, they are 12-3 in his starts. And when Eovaldi goes for the Red Sox, they are 10-7. The last 2 games for Boston have gone under the total. Your Kogo was at 56%. I had the Red Sox at minus 144 on my line, and I also had the Yankees at minus 51, so I think there's better value on New York today, especially with that the southpaw going Montgomery. Oakland taking on the Giants. Big win last night for San Francisco, 2-0. I was on the other side there. I really thought Maneo and the Oakland would have had a better outcome. But you got to give credit to Johnny Cueto and the San Francisco Giants getting that big W. Alex Wood going to go today against Frankie Montas of the Oakland Athletics, and the A's last 3 games have gone under the total. San Fran now on a 4-game win streak, 49-26 on the season, and so is Oakland. Look at that, 46-32. So both teams over 40 wins. Well, should be a great pitching matchup here today. Frankie Montas against Alex Wood at Oracle Park. But again, we're going to go with the Giants, 5.16, 3.84, the over-under set at 9. I don't know why, but I saw Frankie Montas. I remember that song, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. It just came to my mind. I don't know, just things that make you go out of the blue, right? All right, Arizona taking on the San Diego Padres. Now the Padres, a minus 315 favorite. The over-under set at 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Padres here, who are on an 8-game win streak, 6.1 to 3.7. The over-under at 9.85. 21% chance of winning for San Diego, 86 for the D-backs, and the D-backs right back on that losing streak, 3-game losing streak. And for San Diego, they're on an 8-game win streak. Minus 219 was my price, and to me, this is if you're going to play San Diego, you might as well parlay them with 1 or 2 other picks, because minus 315. Merrill Kelly is going to go here today for Arizona. They're 5-11 his starts, and Dinelson Lamet going to go for the Padres. 1-6-1 to the under in Lamet starts this season. All right, let's go check out the 80% Club. I know trends are your friends at times, and let's see if they're going to be our friends here today at the Raymond Report. All you got to do is go to 80% Club, and then once you get there, go to MLB, and let's go see if there's any trends here to hopefully help you win today. All right, look at the first one here. You got the under for the Nationals. It's 12-1 to the under when they're a plus 100 or a pick'em to minus 120 road favorite versus a National Conference opponent the last 3 years. Let me see. The Oakland A's 11-1 to the under as a pick'em to minus 120 road favorite, coming off a 2-run loss since 1996. So not a lot of occurrences since 96, but tough to find a team like that's a pick'em to minus 120 road favorite coming off an exact 2-run loss. Let's see. The Blue Jays 9-1 as a 260-280 favorite, coming off a night game. Yeah, I don't think I want to lay 260 though. The Mets 9-1. Yeah, get away from these high price tags. The over for the Red Sox. I do like this one. The over is 9-1 for Boston as a pick'em to 120 home favorite, and they're coming off a game where they scored 5 runs, 4 in the last game, the last 10 years. So the over today. But the only thing that I'm a little concerned is Montgomery's going. I have to see what Boston does against Southpaws. And the last one here, the Rays 14-1 to the under as a 140-160 home favorite, coming off a 1-run win. All right, Trends Are Your Friends edition. That was brought to you by ATSstats.com. Again, folks, don't forget, you can get my picks for free each and every day just by going to bullpenpicks.com. That's bullpenpicks.com. Go to most followed. Look for the Expos logo. Look for Ron Raymond. Click on Follow My Picks. And once you click on Follow My Picks, go to your following page. And then from there, you can see all the people you're following. And as you can see, the only people I follow are people who win, right? It's nothing personal. It's nothing, it's business. when you're in the sports betting industry and you're betting on baseball, especially at all our pick sites, you got to follow winners. And the way you follow winners is you go look at the top scorers, the top pickers, the most followed, the hottest pickers, add those players to your roster, go to your following page, and then from there, you can make your decision on what game you want to pick. And look at the confidence level of all the pickers you're taking. And this way, you can see how strong they are. And look at their score, right? Click on their score. You'll see a pop-up menu come up, and you get to see their record. In fact, if I go to Must right here, you can see when he's 63 to 100%, he's 10-8 so far. And the same thing, let me see, Nicky Bats here, 8-5 and 1-0. So that's how you get a good gauge on their confidence level, right? All right, folks, there you have it. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. I hope you're having fun, and it should be a good time to watch some baseball. If you're on the East Coast, man, there's a lot of rain today in the forecast here in Ottawa. So we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe it might be one of those fun working days when you're working inside when it's raining outside. For the Raymond Report, my name is Ron Raymond. This was the Raymond Report for a Saturday, June 26th. Folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.